Y'all cannot see me, but be patient. I'm grabbing some coffee. Hopefully, I don't move my camera while I'm moving this cable to do that. And I did move it. But anyway, we've got the build done. We've got Windows installed. We're installing software and got all the drivers installed. And I even got PUBG downloaded and installed. And tell you what, it surprised me how well it did in PUBG. I was seeing anywhere between 220 and 300 frames per second in PUBG. So I'm color me impressed. I have not tried to game and stream with this computer yet, but I will probably here tomorrow or the next day, maybe even later today because it's probably after midnight now. Well, I know it's after midnight. I'm making coffee, by the way, and I'm tired, but I'm trying to get stuff done, and hopefully y'all don't mind looking at the computer while I'm making the coffee. I should have done this before I started the stream, but if you've ever started on a project and get wrapped up in it, and you'll have a thought, and you'll jump to that, and then right in the middle of that thought, you'll have another thought. Yeah, that's me tonight. Oh, get through my obstacle course. I had to go get another camera out of the back because my GoPro batteries died, and they're still not completely charged, and I didn't think that would be a good option for a live stream, to be right in the middle of the stream and have the camera go dead. I've got other cameras, but this is the one right here. This is normally the one in the back there, and I use it for live streaming and stuff in the back. And then I have two cameras over there, one for an overhead and one for my face shot and all that. If you jump into the conversation and you comment, I have text to speech on, so I will hear you. Let me go ahead and see where we are here. Where did my app go? Hopefully I'm not messing up. I'm confused. I'm lost in the daylight. I do wish I had messed up NDI tools with NDI 5, because used to I could bring my cell phone in as a camera and a microphone, and it'd be wireless, and I could just do it over the network. And I keep saying budget build, and there's people that when they look at what this system would cost to build it, they're like, well, that's not a budget build. It is in my line of work. If you was to build this computer exactly like it is right now, not counting the mouse, keyboard, or monitor, that's not even a monitor, that's a TV. But just to build the computer, like it sits right this minute, would run you about $1,500 after tax. And that's you buying the parts and building it yourself. And I saved a lot of money because I had this case. I got this case 4 years ago. So I refurbished the case. I already had the graphics card. I already had the NVMe drives. So it just, for me, it's a budget build. If you're familiar with the channel and what we do, then you know that my regular production PC has an NVIDIA RTX 3090 Ti Founders Edition card in it. And at the time I got that card, it was basically $1,200. MSRP on that thing was $2,000, and I got it for almost half price. So that's what I went with at the time. It was at the end of 2022. Whereas this video card is $299 today. And it's surprisingly good. I was seeing in PC Benchmark, I ran that a while ago, and I was seeing something going on with the graphics. in the test. There wasn't any, everything over here on my end was fine, but the test was showing something wrong. And I'm wondering if it's because I'm not using a 4K monitor. They used to penalize you 60% if you didn't have a 4K monitor on your video score. But over in Time Spy Extreme, where's my phone? I'll have to look to see what it scored. It scored really good. I'm installing DaVinci Resolve Studio for those that are wondering what I'm doing right this second. Let me see if I can find that picture. I can't show it to you because the camera won't see it. I don't think. But I scored a 14,437 in 3D Mark's Time Spy Extreme. The graphics score was 14,119. CPU score was 16,555. And it said I could expect an average of 135 plus frames per second in Battlefield V at 1440p Ultra. Well, it's probably going to do better than that, to be honest. But we'll see. I am recording this video, and what I'm going to do is I'll edit it on that computer, and I'll render it out and see how fast it renders out with that 3090 Ti. And then I'll bring it over here and render it out at the same settings using the Intel Arc and Intel Deep Link and see what kind of difference there is in the time. So I'm going to try to make this a little bit of a stream because I need it to be a decent sized video. And unfortunately, there's not a lot in the way of graphics that that I could add some transitions and stuff, but it's not like I'm moving around and I'm out changing scenes and sets, and I'm basically in one spot. So we're just going to go for the length, and I'm recording it in 4K. So hopefully that'll put a little bit of a stress on it too, and we'll see. I don't expect there'll be a lot of people on here watching at this time of the morning. We've got 3 viewers, and I thank you. And I know that this is a boring video, and it's like watching the paint dry. But we did the live stream earlier, and it took us 2.5 hours to build the computer, and it took us another hour and a half to get Windows and everything installed. That's because I had created a media installation tool for Windows, and it failed. And I had to start over from scratch while I was live and create another media installation USB. And yeah, that was fun. But I still have not downloaded the software for my mouse and my keyboard, and we'll probably do that last. I don't even know if I'll get to it. I'm not streaming to TikTok, but I am streaming to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. See if I can pull up and see what the CPU is running on this. What temperature? 31 degrees Celsius on the GPU. Everybody was worried about that. Me installing it vertically, but I can literally get my hand between the front of the graphics card and the glass. So there's plenty of air circulating around it. I'm more worried about the CPU because that was supposed to have been a 2-fan cooler, and it's only got 1 fan on it. But it seems to be doing okay. Unfortunately, I don't have software installed where I can check that. That's something I could do while I'm sitting here. Is I could look to see if I could find it. See what I have. All apps. What's in here? Nothing. I guess I could go ahead and install all this stuff. Wait, does the yeah, I guess we could do the speed test on the. Why is it opening? There we go. Let's check it at 4K. Oh yeah, that's not going to be any problem. Look at that, 242 frames per second, and the 4K OpenCL is 357 frames per second. Yeah, this ain't going to be a problem. Let's try 8K. That's a lot slower, but I'm seeing 60 frames per second on the CPU. And OpenCL, I'm not seeing anything. See if it goes. There it goes. Oh yeah, OpenCL is running 91 frames per second. I don't see any reason that I couldn't edit 8K video. Now let's see if I can find my all my apps. Black Magic. I don't think I have it installed yet. So let me come back over here. Come to downloads. And y'all can see it's pretty snappy. Well, you really can't see it because it's blurring out on the camera. I should have brought my ATM Mini in here and done it that way, and I could have captured off the monitor and brought it into the stream. But I have it set up in the back. No, I'll restart the computer later. Let's come over here. All apps. Blackmagic Design. There's what we want right there. Move it over where y'all can kind of sort it. Keep in mind this drive's already got a bunch on it, but it's reading and writing at 4,209 megabytes per second. It's right, 4,276 megabytes per second on the read. So yeah, it's plenty fast. That's good. Shouldn't have any problems gaming on it. So I know it's boring. I'm just trying to get 30 minutes of video at 4K over here, and then I'll bring it over onto this computer. I'm going to edit it on that one, render it out, and get the amount of time it took to render it, and then bring it over here to this one and do the same thing and see how long this one takes. Uh, I would like to say that the 3090 Ti will do it faster. However, it's not really going to be a load to put that 3090 Ti up under a load, so it's just going to do it at a certain speed. Whereas with Intel Deep Link and the Intel onboard graphics, we can use the onboard graphics as an accelerated card for the video card, and that will speed it up. So it'll be interesting to see how much difference there is in the time. I still think the 3090 Ti FE is going to do it faster, but I don't know how much faster. And I could be wrong. So far, everybody's been confused about that one feature. Matter of fact, nobody really talks about it. They don't understand that that's what it is they're trying to do. All they know is that their DaVinci Resolve renders out video faster. Well, it will if you have an Intel graphics on your CPU, what they call integrated graphics, and then you have a discrete graphics card. You can use the onboard graphics as an accelerator, and the Intel Arc makes use of that natively. It natively supports it. You don't have to do anything to set it up. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to download my Streamlabs and stuff while I'm sitting here. I just need to download it. I've been trying to make this happen for a while, and it's why is that not there? I'll worry about that later. Anyway, I got one more thing to download. I guess I need to get Swarm. I just need to download it, people. Come on. What's going on with your downloads? Don't need the article. their new Bing crap. Come on. What a joy. All right, we'll go ahead and let that run. Oh, everything else and downloaded from my keyboard and my mouse. I don't use my Rocat Cinemax Air headset anymore, and I really don't recommend anybody buy it either. Fun, fun. Found my settings from before. Unfortunately, I didn't find it on my keyboard. We'll worry about that later. Well, there we go. How long have I been live? Well, we've been live almost 30 minutes. I guess I still have audio. And we're just trying to get at least a 30-minute video so I can. I'm streaming at 1080p, but I'm recording at 4K. And we're going to take the recording and edit it and render it over on my my personal production computer right there. And then we're going to use the same files and the same settings over on this new computer and see how they compare in rendering time on 4K video. But I'm really happy with my case. If you watched the live stream earlier when we were building the computer, I wasn't even sure if the fans or the fan controllers or the RGB or anything else still worked in this case, because this case had been out in a storage shed for 4 years, open to the weather and the elements and dirt and dust. And I cleaned it up and I refurbished it as best as I could as far as cleaning the dirt stuff out of it and then repainting the outside of the case. I wish the camera would do better at showing that paint. I just cannot get. I think I can do it with this light right here, maybe. See, it looks green right now, but it's actually purple. It goes purple to green. Anyway, you get an idea. All the RGB still worked in the case. The fan still worked. So we were lucky. Uh, at some point, I will put a parts list for this computer with links, and it won't be to this exact case because this case was originally, uh, I think, called Spaceship Silver or something like that. And in silver, that case is $425 and some change right now. No, don't do it, folks. You can get it in satin black or matte white for $179.99, and they have a $10 off coupon, which brings it down to $169.99. And both cases look really good, but depending on if you wanted to do a custom paint job or not, like I did, you could start with either the matte white or you could start with the satin black and go from there. It would be interesting to start off with that matte white and go with the color shift and see what it ended up looking like, because it would. I know that if you don't like that silver case, if you just try to hit it with the color shift, it looks clear and you can see the glitter. You have to literally do a black primer, or in my case, I just did a matte black and then hit it with the color shift and it came out perfect. But it would be interesting to try it on that matte white and see what you ended up with. It might be something interesting, might be pretty cool. I don't have my paint guns or anything anymore like I used to, or I could have done a lot better. And that then I had to also. I started painting this Monday night, and I needed this case to where I could handle it uh, yesterday. So I had to rush everything, and I didn't. For myself, it's okay. I would never ever send this out to a customer like it is right now. It looks pretty good. Most people would be happy with it, but I wouldn't be happy sending it out because I know that it's not as good as I can do. You know what I'm saying? As far as the paint and all that, it's going to be another. I've got to let it cure a few more days so I can polish it out. Well, we've been live 30 minutes now. Nobody's jumped into the stream. Nobody's commented. So we're going to go ahead and end the stream. And then we'll be back. Maybe the next time, I won't say that the next live stream will be on that computer, but we might be. We'll see. It's 2:20 in the morning here, and I still got a lot to do. So till next time, this is Vitali. We're at OG Gamers Live, OG Gamers World. Y'all stay safe wherever you are in the world.